Green Fruit, Chapter 5. After seeing David Archer, Moya did not lose his temper. He kept all of his temper. Tally and Garrus were with him, and he entrusted to their technical expertise to get David down. Gavin started to talk, and he was reminded that Gavin existed, and then the words, "No, leave him, he's too valuable," happened. Gavin raised a gun, and Moya was relieved by the action. He wanted to string the man up where David was now, to keep from being tempted to do exactly that. He opted for a clean hole in Gavin Archer's head. Garrus observed, "Suicide by Shepard? Interesting choice." Moya went to go find a blanket, some food, and something to drink for David. Back on the Normandy, Moya sat next to David's bed in the medbay as Karin cared for him. He would have reached out and taken David's hand, but the boy shivered and flinched when touched. Moya chewed on the inside of his bottom lip and waited until David was sedated and Karin was the river and not the rapids. He asked her, "How do you feel about kids?" Karin raised a brow. "I approve of children in general." "And specifically?" "Which child, specifically?" She didn't call him Commander, at least. "This one. I'm sure it's a legal nightmare, and I don't care. I killed his brother. His legal guardian is probably a Cerberus lawyer somewhere, and No. Can't do that. I can't drop him off anywhere. Cerberus knows he's here. Cerberus knows who he is. If I left him anywhere, his guardian would come collect him, and can't do that." "Are you proposing adoption?" "Yes. If we can't do that legally, then I'm proposing continued piracy. Cerberus might know he's here and might know who he is, but they will also know that I'm serious about protecting him. I can't think of anywhere that's safe for him. The Normandy may not be safe, but I wouldn't be abandoning him." "Done. Will we also be adopting Jack and Grunt? I love you so much. They are big kids, but I think of them as more of a counter-argument to Cerberus's intentions. Cerberus has lawyers. I have a woman who wants to kill everybody from Cerberus and a Krogan that wants to kill, well, everybody. I also want about 16 more kids with green eyes and silver hair. That is unlikely. Might take a while. Hey, that's a bit backward. Something should come before adoption. Marry me. I believe this is an inappropriate time to discuss this." "Come on, Karin. Bend the rules. I know you're Empress here, but we can both compromise. You can say, 'I will marry you, Commander.'" "I do not believe I will." "Not leaving until you do. It's a pirate wedding and a pirate adoption. Very little paperwork. You could make me leave, but I'd be right outside that door thinking of embarrassing ways to swashbuckle you into compliance." "You cannot shame me into marrying you." "Wow, do you underestimate me?" She walked to him and kissed his forehead, put her hand on his shoulder as they both looked down at David. They stayed until she was certain David was stable and would sleep until she came back. She would get a few hours of sleep, and she assured them they could both be there when he woke. Miranda would watch over him while he slept in the meantime. Stepping over the threshold of the medbay together, he picked her up the moment her feet were off the floor of her realm and held on with love, lust, gratitude, and desperation. He told her, "I wish I could keep you safe, but I can't. I'm sorry. I wish there were a place, any place, safe from servers, collectors, reapers. You are doing the right thing, Cherie. You've both been through worse than I have. You're the one protecting me half the time." He kissed her. "Marry me all the time." "Yes." See what I did there? Made you feel all sorry for me. I did shame you into marrying me. Knew I could. I know captains of boats can perform weddings, but that rule isn't helpful if it's me. How about I put Garrus in charge for a little while and he performs the ceremony? When? I'm thinking now. Garrus is resting. He is not. He's calibrating something. I'm sure of it. I will not be rushed into a shame marriage. You are so difficult. Okay. Getting started on more kids it is, then. I'll compromise. Tomorrow. Turians only need 4 hours of sleep. Very well. Ha! See? Careful, lady, or I'll start to think you like me. I love you, Cherie. Oh, take that back. I'm a pirate. A very bad man. She smiled at him, and he forgot entirely about teasing her. She was warm, steady love, the chill of the day and the horror of what they faced pushed back by the light in her eyes. Zaid was the something old. Grunt was the something new. The Normandy was the something borrowed. Garrus was the something blue. Karin was lovely in a silver gown with a bouquet of green. Well, they weren't exactly flowers, and Morden wouldn't really explain, but she was lovely. Kelly cried. Tally cried. Jack was rumored to have cried, but nobody would confirm, and he hadn't been paying attention. Garrus officiated. We gather here today because I'm in charge, and I'm a better commander. So glad he's come to realize it. Turian Rebel is not funny. Turian Rebel is not trying to be funny. This is a solemn occasion. I'm being solemn and honest. Joker's about to be put in command. He can't take me. Yeah, I really can't. I didn't pack formal wear or a rocket launcher. I'm just wearing my best cap. Told you. Karin, you sure about this? We've got a shuttle ready. We can't stand to see you sacrifice yourself. Anybody mutinying will find themselves short of Metagel and relying upon tissues on their next mission. Garrus grinned. Right. Mutineers to the shuttle after the ceremony. I love her so much. Yeah, you might have mentioned that part a few times. We have a short tribute. Okay, a long tribute. Karin, you might blush. What followed was a video compilation of Moya declaring his love for Karin on every mission, planting improvised flags in her honor in patches of ground, and occasionally planting guns as flags in or on people. Dead people, complete with bad omni-tool angles and laughter, under the breath declarations of, "This is for Karin, take 47. I declared Zoria to be your planet too. Where's that clip? Zaid said. You punched me. You deserved it. Yeah. Moya told Karin. If Zoria weren't permanently on fire, we'd honeymoon there. There's a shuttle? We should probably stay here. As you've noticed, it gets rowdy out there. Garrus intervened. Okay, he drugged her somehow, or she's just that loyal. I happen to love the man. No, I don't believe that. That's silly. Anyway, he's handsome apparently, and he's a pirate. Thank God she's shallow and has no viable exit strategy. Garrus nodded solemnly. Karin, we all thank you for making an honest man out of him. That bit is not actually legally binding. By the temporary power vested in me by Shepard, who is unwise enough to take back his ship at some point? Not until after the honeymoon is over. Karin Chakwas, do you promise to love him, keep him sane, patch him up, and allow him to claim the rest of the galaxy in your name? Except Paladin. That's mine. He promised. Grunt said, Tuchanka's mine. Morden contributed, she can have Surkesh. Garrus said, plus, love him. I do. Moya Shepard, do you promise to try to do that sane thing, get patched up, and continue to claim the rest of the galaxy in her name? Love her, protect her, care for this woman who is obviously too good for you? I do. I pronounce you husband and wife. May the spirits grant you joy. We talked about this, Garrus. I get to kiss the bride. I thought you were kidding. In front of everyone? Humans. That okay with you, Karin? Karin, smiling, leaned up and kissed him, laughter on their lips and joy in her eyes. They didn't throw rice. They threw ammo, but not directly at them. Thankfully.